Okay, today is July 10th, 2013, 9:28 a.m. Calling Sean Jones, Itasca County Court Administrator.
Welcome to the Itasca County Court. We are located at 123 Northeast 4th Street, Grand Rapids, 55744. Our office hours are Monday through Friday, 8 o'clock a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Please listen carefully and choose from the following options. If you are calling to pay a traffic ticket or citation, press 6 and your call will be directed to the Court Payment Center. Press 9 to replay this message or press 0 to speak with Court Administration. Thank you. Please hold on while I try that extension. Court Administration.
Hi, how are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Well, I'm doing super. Can't complain on a beautiful sunshiny day like today.
Yeah, it's not nice.
Yep. I'd like to find out some information about a court case, 31 VB 131709.
Okay. Okay, the charge was driving after cancellation.
Yes, I'd like to find out who the judge was yesterday for that hearing.
Yesterday it was Judge Corey Wawasuk.
Okay, because I spoke to Tim Salisbury and he said it was a male. And
There was a man, another judge in there with Judge Wawasuk.
Okay.
Judge Wawasuk just started on Monday,
Okay.
the 8th, I believe. Or no, the 1st.
Okay.
July 1st.
Okay.
So she's new to being a judge. So we have been having retired judges come in and be in court with her.
Okay, so what's the name of this retired judge that came in to help her?
Yesterday it was Judge Drange, D-R-A-N-G-E.
What's his first name?
That I don't know.
Okay, so what's his title?
Retired judge is all I know.
Retired judge. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So why did he switch off for Wawasuk? I mean, can't she handle an arraignment?
I was not in court with that. I can have you talk to the gals that were in court.
Okay, and who was in court then?
I believe it was Kathy yesterday. Just one moment.
Thank you.
Court Administration, it's Kathy.
Yeah, how are you doing today?
I'm lovely. How are you?
Well, I'm super. Can't complain on a beautiful sunshiny day like today.
I guess.
Yep. Say, I was calling about a court hearing that happened yesterday, 31 VB 131709. It was for a Tim Salisbury.
Uh-huh.
And according to the record, a Corey Wawasuk was supposed to be the judicial officer for that hearing. And of course, I just spoke with Tim Salisbury last night, and he said that he actually had a male judge. Corey is a female, right?
Yeah, it was her first traffic court, so she had a retired judge helping her.
Okay.
His name is Stephen Drange.
Stephen Drange, okay. The other lady couldn't remember his first name, or didn't know his first name. And that's
Yes.
D-A-R-A-N-G-E?
Yep.
Okay. So were you there at that time when Tim Salisbury? Okay. So what did Tim Salisbury say to the judge?
Can I ask who's calling, though?
Well, actually, that has no bearing on my question.
Well, I'm curious of who's calling, that's all.
Well, actually, it's none of your business. I'm asking you a question. What happened on the official record?
None of your business who I am. I want to know what happened.
You can put it on speakerphone if you want. That way you don't have to relay the messages, because I can hear you relaying the messages. Oh, okay. Well, then I want to talk to the court administrator.
He is out of the office, but I can give you the next lead.
Excuse me?
I can give you the next lead. Her name is Stephanie.
Yes, that would be fine.
Okay, just one moment.
Thank you.
Court administration, this is Steph.
Yeah, how are you doing today?
I'm good, how are you?
Well, I'm doing super. Can't complain on a beautiful sunshiny day like today.
Yes, it is. What can I help you with?
Well, according to the Minnesota Courts Gov, what can court staff can and cannot do for you? They can give you information on a court case unless it's not available by law. So that's I'm asking is some court information. This Kathy that I just spoke to was a witness to what happened yesterday, and she didn't want to tell me what happened yesterday.
Well, is new in the office.
Okay.
So, what exactly can I help you with?
Well, I'm trying to find out what happened yesterday in a court case.
In regard to whom?
In regard to Timothy James Salisbury,
Okay.
31 VB 131709.
Okay.
Now, according to the court...
I'm pulling up the file. Hold on, please.
Okay.
Driving after cancellation, a misdemeanor. Okay.
And according to the court record, he had a plea hearing, 1 p.m., Judicial Officer Wawasa Corey D. And that's what it says on the record, but of course, when I talked to Tim, he said he had a male, and he didn't know what the guy's name was.
Actually, we had two judges yesterday. It was Judge Wawasik, and she had a mentor with her, which is Judge Drange. He's a retired judge.
So she's not competent to handle it on her own then? Is that what you're saying?
She is brand new. She just took the bench July 1. It's not that she is not competent to handle it. She just has a mentor to help her figure out the proceedings and things like that. She comes from tribal court.
So I presume that she's been familiar with court procedures, so she should know what to do then, right? Because I'm sure she's been
Yeah, she does know what to do, but
Oh, there you go.
It's kind of like when you take a new job and you don't know exactly what everything is, you usually have a mentor or a trainer.
I understand that.
So, and that's what judges have. They have mentors.
Right, but I also understand that Tim Salisbury tried to talk to Judge Maturi on 6/25 to repeat the same message, and he had the same response. So I presume that the mentor told Corey to get out of the way so he could teach Tim Salisbury a lesson. That's what I presume.
Well,
See?
unless you're there, I'm not going to make presumptions. I was not there. I don't know what's going on.
Well, that's why I was...
Mr. Salisbury had an arraignment before Judge Maturi, and he asked a request for discovery, and the prosecutor is Mr. Schmidt at that time, and we set it on for a plea hearing on July 9th. The plea hearing, he was pro se. He entered a not guilty, and it's set on for pretrial. He is now going to be before Judge Lang.
Okay, well, the thing is, Mr. Salisbury did not enter a plea. He said he was there not to enter a plea, but to...
Were you there, sir?
Excuse me, I'm talking, and I don't like
Were
being...
you there, sir?
I don't like being interrupted, so you let
Well,
me...
you interrupt me.
You will
So?
let me... Okay, you will let me finish my sentence, and then you can speak. Do you understand?
I'm not a child, sir.
Well, then don't treat me like a child.
Well, you are treating me like one. I will treat you the same way.
I don't appreciate...
I'm telling you what happened. I was not there. I asked you a question. Were you there?
I don't like being interrupted. I don't appreciate your passive-aggressive behavior. All right? I will finish my sentence now. All right?
Go on.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Salisbury said he had a heart condition, and he was there not to make a plea, but to file a complaint. But he was interrupted both times by Judge Maturi and your Judge DeRange. See? Now, don't your judges who are judicial officers want to hear complaints about officers of the court? Don't they want to have that on the official record? Is that why they were interrupting Mr. Salisbury both times? Is that why Kathy did not want to tell me what happened because she witnessed that the judge refusing to hear complaints about officers of the court on the official record?
First off, who are we putting a complaint against? Are we putting a complaint against Judge Maturi, or are we putting a complaint against Officer Curtis?
Officer Curtis. Is Officer Curtis a judicial officer?
He is a deputy sheriff by the state of Minnesota.
Oh, so you mean
He
he's
is not a judicial officer. A judicial officer is a judge or an employee of the courts.
Really? If you'd like, I have Black's Law Dictionary right in front of me. I have the definition of judicial officer and officer of the court. I'd be happy to read both to you.
The judges do not have any control over the officers that are deputy sheriffs. You must lodge a complaint to their superiors.
Excuse me. I will read the definition of officer of the court. A person who is charged with upholding the law and administrating the judicial system. Typically, officer of the court refers to a judge, clerk, bailiff, sheriff, or the like. But the term also applies to a lawyer who is obligated to obey court rules, who owes a duty of candor to the court.
Sheriff.
Yeah, well,
Not deputy.
the deputy is under the sheriff's. Yes. And I do believe the assistant county attorney is under the county attorney. See?
They are attorneys, which are judicial officers.
Yeah, and so is the sheriff, so is your bailiff, so is a deputy. Because a bailiff is a deputy, isn't he? So
we have deputies and we have deputy sheriffs that are bailiffs, but they have different duties.
I don't care what the duties are. They're all still deputies.
I cannot answer you about what the sheriff's office does.
I didn't ask you about the sheriff. I'm asking about your judicial officers.
Sir, I was explaining something and you interrupted me.
Yes, I did.
You're doing exactly what you asked me not to do.
Well, then I apologize.